Let's go.
Alright. Another day, another episode, man. So,
blockbuster.
oh shit, it's gonna be a blockbuster, man. He said it already, man. As you can see, it's a new environment, a bit cold, You feel cold, man?
Choke, bro.
A bit cold.
Okay, we cold. I bring the heat.
That's why the aircon is pointed at him.
Ah,
Yeah,
I can see.
straight up pointed at him, man. Yeah, man.
Back.
Let's start off today with a wise man once said, We already know who's the guest, Yeah, from the voice.
Damn.
From the sound of his voice, they already know who it is, Right. Yeah, a wise man once said, man, if they catch you cheating, it's not love, because love is blind.
That makes no sense, but okay.
Yeah, man.
Goodness.
That's for my players out there, man. This one's for you, man.
I'm a good Christian guy.
Alright, so again, we have with us for the third time, not in a row, it's not consecutive, but he's back again, Mr. Matcha Spice himself, man.
No. Now he's not known as Matcha Spice anymore. You forgot.
Oh yeah.
He's
He's
Crusader.
Crusader, yes.
Crusader Unleashed. Yeah.
Yes.
Unleashed with the
Fight
ED.
a good fight, yeah. Correct.
Damn.
So welcome back.
Welcome. It's
been
an
a
honor,
while.
yeah.
As you can see, we have
Upgraded, we have big boy things now, innit?
we are exploring. Quite nice, the place.
Good.
How do you find the place?
Quite big.
Quite big.
I love it.
Spacious.
It's important to keep upgrading and improve the quality of the podcast. So good job to you guys.
Hey, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Oi,
Man should show love to another man, you know.
You
Not
have to-
make love,
Yeah,
like show
no,
love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show kindness and appreciation.
Got
Yes.
you. I took notes down when you were doing the previous episodes with us.
Nice.
So
Oi.
That's the way, lah. Okay.
So you had a fight recently,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh,
It was,
who was that guy that you were fighting?
Wow. Why did I forget?
You also forgot. I also don't know. I didn't know who is he. I suddenly saw.
It's a boxing teammate. I'm so tired. I forgot
it's your
about-
team name,
Teammate, yeah. So basically, Foxler Fight Night is basically an event where we just want to promote boxing because a local boxing scene definitely needs a lot of encouragement. So my coach wanted to arrange. He said, I want you to fight, and then so I fought. I lasted 3 rounds. As you can see, it got blue black. Don't know where here or there. And yeah, I think it was the best fight of the whole 10 bouts. Everybody was saying it because it was heavyweight fights. Very rare you see two big size people above 90 and 100 kg fighting. It's very rare in Singapore.
Yeah, they were just smashing it, bro.
Yeah.
It was
What the
insane, bro.
Second I gave him a nosebleed lah. I felt bad lah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Damn.
He landed a Superman punch. A Superman punch is actually allowed in boxing. Yeah, people don't know. It's a legal thing.
I thought it's
to
a WWE thing.
and search on. No, Superman punch actually is technically a Muay Thai move. People don't know that. It's not really. It's from Muay Thai, but it's actually allowed in boxing. Yeah.
So are you going to continue boxing again or?
I'm taking a break right now to go and figure out what I really want to do in life. But I will be probably going like towards the promotion side. So I won't going sanctioned way. I'll do unsanctioned, like basically working with other gyms to organize fights because sanctioning costs a lot of money. So going unsanctioned way, then hopefully maybe going sanctioned way, and probably by December 26th we want to introduce like TikTok boxing. So basically like social media influencers like Misfits boxing a bit lah, right? But in this case will be very different. First ever time in Singapore where all amateurs who fight will get paid.
Oh,
Which
then
never happened before.
where's the funding coming from this?
From God's sustenance. I always believe. People told me I would never be on a podcast already, on a few podcasts already. So I'm gonna ask God to guide me and for His glory lah.
So you're asking your new church lah, basically.
No, my church is not really into boxing. My new church.
Oh, okay.
But
So they're not into really violence. So yeah, they're very peaceful people. Yeah, very peaceful.
So we cannot conduct the boxing match in the church lah.
That'll be
No,
nice.
my church is in what's it called? It's in City Hall. City Hall there. It's like in a theater, so you can't do boxing there.
Oh yeah. The theater fight.
Capitol Theatre. So
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's in Capitol Theatre. I think they bought over Capitol Theatre. I think so. I'm not too sure because no one has ever done events there. So I think they bought over. I'm not sure.
Not yet.
That's nice.
Maybe we can do a episode there.
Oh,
Such a big place, doesn't make sense. Yeah,
one
but
at one corner.
But I think a podcast by the pool would be amazing.
By the pool.
Yes.
The sound and the technician guy will suffer a lot lah.
Oh, no, not me. The equipments.
Yeah, the equipment's.
But if the pool is here by the pool, I don't.
Yeah lah. That's true lah.
Yeah,
Because you can hear the water sound,
No, people won't be there. I don't think you can hear lah.
Or we're doing without gas, without people.
Yes,
No, we should do it in the water.
That'll be good. One altitude coast can be possible venue. It's at Sentosa there. A lot of people organize pool parties there. I'm going this Saturday, so you all can come on.
You're going for a pool party?
Yes.
Wait, alcohol and girls?
I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, so I'm okay.
Oh, so you're just going there with the bikini girls?
No, I'm going there to preach the word.
Okay, man, alright.
Looks like Matcha Spice is still living in Crusader.
I went the last pool party, which is organized by Kari SG, and they talk about the Bible, and they're quite interested. This guy talking about Bible in the pool party.
The party you're going to is Afrobeats one.
Yes, correct.
Which one is it?
Don't know. He's the one going.
Organized by Brante, by DJ Twist. Joro.
He's getting ready for it already, man.
No, he's like warming up, bro.
Yeah,
He
he's
came here to
warming
warm up.
Wow.
Can I get a big flame slowly spike up?
Oh, this guy is brewing. He's brewing. Alright, man. So let's get down to business, man. Why
Sure.
are we here today, man?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Alright, so we are actually here because you want to talk about the Red Pill movement
Sharp.
Damn.
and how does it shapes men's perspective on women and relationships.
True. Okay, so I will share a bit lah. So what is the Red Pill movement? It actually started by Rollo Tomasi, basically the godfather of the Red Pill. Then by Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate, and then Fresh and Fit podcast, and now the new and very amazing whatever podcast. So basically, it's a guide for men to really understand women about dating, and also what are the yes and no of finding the one to marry. So that's basically the guide. So it teaches men how to upgrade themselves in terms of money, in terms of status, but also shows about the female nature, good and bad lah, right? But I think going to in a nutshell, I think it's definitely affected women in terms of emotional stress because it paints them in a very bad light. But I see there are always two sides of the coin. There's a good and the bad, right? But how you perceive things is depending on the beauty of the beholder, right? The eye of the beholder. Yeah.
Yeah, the eye of the beholder. Yes, correct.
Okay.
So I remember talking about this with what's her name? Maggie.
Yeah. One of our guests.
One of our previous guests about the Red Pill, and surprisingly,
yes.
she also agrees with the Red Pill.
Maggie, your father raised you well. Proud of you. She agrees. Very rare, you know. It's very rare. I would say like
really?
10% women agree.
That's true. That's true. So what ways do you think the Red Pill, the ideology of Red Pill, can be harmful to both men and women?
Okay, as I said, as a Christian, I don't think we can put labels on women like slut, hoe, or whatever. I think we shouldn't discriminate God's creation, right? They always say that women are the reason why we are all born. It's true, right? Because through woman, humanity is created, right? So sometimes painting all women are bad, I think is wrong, right? So that one, I'll definitely apologize for it. But there are certain traits that I think that they point out where it's very important. For example, there are definitely this thing called gold diggers where women are looking for the best way to date a man, marry a man, and then after that divorce, and then 50% of the assets being taken away. Most female billionaires are created through divorce. What's it called? Bill Gates' wife, Amazon. What's it called?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos' wife. A lot of wives are created through what's it called? Divorce. So
A lot of billionaires.
Yeah, all billionaires became billionaires because of divorce, right? So there are certain traits. I think there's also a case about Achif Hakimi, the Egyptian footballer, where he wanted the wife wanted to divorce him, knowing that he has a lot of money, but all the assets were tied down to his mother.
Yeah, you mentioned this on your first
then
one,
Andrew
right?
Tate was like top G, man. Yeah. So I think for me, very honest, right? I think if a woman a high value man, sure. I think there was a saying on a podcast. If a woman wants a man with a bright future, she should offer him a clean past, and I also agree with that, because you see, firstly, if you want a high value man, did you contribute? Right? They always Ronaldo also said the saying, struggle money attracts a woman you want, struggle attracts a woman you need. And I totally agree. Because when you're at your lowest point, this woman will leave you. But the woman who really loves you, she will stay. But it's very rare in this case. They all want a finished product. But my question is, did you contribute to his success? Other than your emotional baggage and your problems that you bring to the relationship from your past, is it worth it? So I think these are things that they should work on therapy lah. But a lot of people are very unhappy when I tell guys not to marry a girl with a past. But for me, I always have this saying, prevention is better than cure. right? So when you marry a woman with a certain past, there will be chaos that is coming back, right? So there's these studies about basically the word body count. Body count means basically how many sexual partners you had. The lesser sexual partners a woman has before marriage, the higher the chances of a successful marriage. The more, like 3 to 5 or more, it'll be a 60 to 80% divorce. And these are statistics done not by just random people, it's by scientists, by neuroscientists, because body count, because sex is not just a physical aspect for women. It's a spiritual experience called soul tie. It's plain in Hinduism and Christianity. So when a woman sleeps with a man, it's not just sex and then that's it. It's basically creating a tie. So when a woman sleeps with guy A, B, C and then marries guy D, and guy D cannot satisfy like Tyrone and Chad, all these people, for example, those high value guys, he's gonna suffer. Right? He's gonna be probably the rich simp that marry her, and then he's gonna divorce him. 50% assets gonna go to her. Right, and there are a lot of girls actually who will reject a simp in his 20s. 30s all build up. I personally have seen in Singapore, and also I've seen on a podcast or whatever. The girl will come back because he all the guys that used her for youth all left her, and this guy say, wow, this guy can make up, I'm rich now, so I should marry her, and then later he will pay the price lah. So I always advise men, like for my personal perspective, it's better to marry a woman with a clean past so that you can have it's good for your mental health, because you do not want to bring problems into your life. It's like, for example, you go to a certain club, there's always going to be fight, and you still go there. It doesn't make sense, right? Same thing lah, right? To each his own, right? Today I come not as much as I come here as Gabriel, right? So I will come from a very educational point of view as an educator. I think to each his own, but you must always remember that I'm an engineer. I always think in statistics. So I feel that when statistics have proven something, you need to believe it lah, or not. If there really signs that this thing's gonna happen and you still do it, then you're a fool. Right? God always talk about wisdom, right? You need to have wisdom, right? But I will always say this lah. If Jesus can save Mary Magdalene, the girls in generation can be saved also. Right?
Interesting.
So are you clean yourself?
Damn. I will say before my baptism, I was going through a certain I was influenced by the Redpill culture. So yes, I had a so-called sexual past, but I'm not very proud of it. So I'm trying to I already stopped because I already like baptized and everything. But people must understand that men and women are different, right? Since the dawn of time, men have always been polygamous, right? King Solomon had 1,000 wives. King David also kind of had many wives also. Many kings had many wives, right? So do I think men should sleep around? Definitely not, right? Because if you do that, you will always portray always think that women are sex object, and you cannot find love. Lust and love is something that people confuse, right? So lust and love are two different things. Lust is that moment, that 1 hour you sleep with her and that's it, and you're gone, right? For a guy, it doesn't hurt, you know why? Guy sleep with a girl, like say go to the hotel room, sleep, and then move out. That girl will be hurt. You know why? Because a lot of girls have explained on YouTube, like they regret their promiscuous lifestyle because it hurts them, and guys not happy with it. But when a guy is promiscuous, Drake had slept with many women will still want to marry him, right? But let's say a female artist has slept around, the guy might date her but won't marry her because he knows this kind of girl, no mother-in-law will accept such a woman, and that's a fact. That's why in Indian culture they're very strict, right? I was raised from a traditional family where women shouldn't be wearing tattoo, shouldn't be wearing makeup, shouldn't be always on social media shouldn't dress modestly, right? So I will go to a Bible verse right now. Okay, so 1 Timothy 2:9-10. Okay, likewise also the women should adorn themselves in respectable apparel, with modesty and self-control, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly attire, but with what is proper for women who profess godliness with good works. So Christianity and Islam is very, very we're technically cousins lah. So I definitely told Muslim girls are not happy about it, but it's the truth, right? Personally, there's certain TikTokers which I'll not name, but I think y'all will figure out who is it. I don't think you a single mother or mother should be shaking their ass or wearing bikini because you're married, you're having kids and you're married these are things that are unacceptable in my family lah. Whether people accept is their own thing, but I don't think you should be raping in front of your kids and all these kind of things. I think it's really unacceptable in an Asian culture perspective, from an Islamic point of view and a Christian point of view lah. So I also called out a lot of social media influencers, females. So I say, why are you married? Why are you wearing like that? Right? I think even Andrew Tate was calling Amanda from the British Got Talent or whatever. She's basically hey, why 50 also? Why you wearing bikini whatsoever? That is a post that's not respecting your husband and not respecting your kids. It's true. If I have a wife, right? As I have a wife, and she's very hot. She wear bikini. She's in the 40s, and my son's friends say, hey, why your mother damn hot in a bikini? Wow, I fap to her, let's say. Right? What do you think my son will be fucking bullied, bro? Right?
Okay, but so for a situation like that, is debatable. Let's say even if you have a wife, if you get a wife and your wife dress modestly, and somebody tells your son or your daughter, or even tells you also, hey, your wife damn hot, I fap to her.
True, that's a valid point also, right? So I definitely get angry lah. But I think the chances of them saying that is less likely as compared to your wife wearing a bikini lah. You know, because it's technically showing the whole body mah. Wearing a dress whatsoever. But me personally, I will definitely don't want my wife to have social media. Shouldn't be shown. Like, yeah, even for me, I would think if I'm gonna get married, right, clubbing, pool parties, definitely a no. I know guys will bring their wives to pool party in bikini. I don't think it's agreeable lah. My personal perspective lah, because you're letting other men see you. I don't agree with it, and a lot of people agree and disagree. I have talked to Shanice. You know who Shanice from Rello Podcast? Just messages just now. I say, I hope you understand. I come from a traditional family. Say, yeah, I know you got a lot of haters lah, but you're a bit extreme. I say, yeah, I am. I even talked to. Do you know Jade Rasif, right? Yeah. Do you think she'll reply your DM?
Probably not.
She replied my DM.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I talked to her, and then we had a very differing of opinions lah, right? But to be honest, initially I thought, why this girl, like, she's married, she's wearing bikini or whatever. But honestly, you take away all that, you talk to her. She's a very nice person. She's a very sweet person. Like, when she messaged me, I wished her a happy Mother's Day whatsoever. So the problem is, right, so when I was raised, I was raised in a family where, clubbing girls are bad. I met clubbing girls, yeah, whatever their body count, whatever, they're very nice people, right? So, like, I don't think you should degrade a woman as a human because of their past. But in terms of getting your machans or your brothers to choose someone as a life partner, that's where I will step in.
So that's when you will degrade them?
Not degrade them. I tell them, macha, I want the best for you, and I think you should draw the line here. Friend benefits, up to you. But in terms of marrying someone like that, you're going to have disrespect from your fellow men. If my friend is going to marry some girl with a past, I'm going to cut ties with you. I'm for sure I will cut my ties with you. I don't care whether...
But that's a form of degrading, right? So it's
don't say degrading. I would say it's like... How to say, okay lah, you can say degrading whatever, but I just feel a bit uncomfortable lah, because I think a woman is bifactor, or is basically a reflection of a man.
Okay.
So Andrew Tate was talking about what if someone eat a sandwich over and over, right? But then what happens is, if everybody eating the sandwich and they don't like it's already dirty already, and I pick up and say, is that a price? And he always said, no, like female promiscuity has always been condemned since the dawn. I was like, yeah, last time in the Bible, there was a reason where a woman was stoned, or almost stoned, right? And Jesus said, cast ye the first stone if you have not sinned, and then everybody this thing, right? So I have met girls with body count 18 years old and 21 years old. I was like, why did like that? But actually, they're very nice. They're a very, very nice person. But if my macha say, hey, can I date her? My answer will be no. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to get disrespected, especially men. Right? So yeah, I don't agree with certain things that what my Ron from Redpill says. Like, How can you tell men to have sex with 50 women before you get married? When you do that, you're proning yourself to STDs. That's definitely one. And why they call it first night, right? Mudal ira, in Tamil, mudal ira, right? It's because, right, God created sex for procreation, not for sexual pleasure. So if a guy has slept with 50 women, when he's going to sex his wife, there is no real bond. That's why Ben Shapiro said, you should wait till marriage. It's true. Because when men and women sleep on a bed, they are one, God says, one whole, become one being, right? So if a guy has slept with 50 women, which is what Myron said, and you stay with this girl, the chances of him being loyal to the girl is absolutely impossible. He will cheat. Cheating is actually, I would say, something not tolerable. That's why Muslims, they say, I think the reason why they have 4 wives because to prevent cheating, because a high value man who take care of a woman, may have many women. I don't think it's practiced in Singapore, but I'll say in general, right, in maybe Middle Eastern, have multiple wives so that it can prevent, is to basically satisfy a man's sexual lust lah. Right, and I think even Islam dating is not allowed. So I know of a girl I was talking to recently. She said the guy was interested in her. They were so-called dating, like were talking on the face, but I say I cannot date with you for like 1 whole year. If you really love me, ask for my hand in marriage to my father. And her current boyfriend went to ask the guy, and then within 1 year they got married. I think that's the way. Marriage is something as seen as something that will bring woman down. It's not true. I mean, in the Bible they say women should submit to a man, right? There might be a reason why lah. But the thing is, I don't think that men should be very controlling. But I think there needs to be boundaries, right? I think there was a whatever podcast episode recently where the girl said, if my boyfriend is not around, I shouldn't go clubbing. I will only go clubbing with my boyfriend. And the other 8 girls were saying, no, if my boyfriend is not there, I can go clubbing. It's my choice, my life. These are the girls who will never get married. One, it's the fact. You have no boundary. Right, this is when cheating happens. It always happens. I think I did an episode with Imran. What is it called? I say that if you date a clubbing girl and she's able to go to club without you, that means she has already drew the line. Personally, I don't think if you're a guy, you should bring your girl to clubbing, because when you go to the toilet, there's a chance to find. A woman is never single. People understand. Okay, in the US there is Snapchat. In Singapore, there is Telegram. Not Instagram. Instagram can be traceable. Telegram cannot be traceable. You can just delete your messages, right? Instagram can very easily trace on. So that's why you need to be very careful. It's hard to find a lot of women because there's this thing called hypergamy. So hypergamy is basically a study where women will always be searched for the top men, right? So I know a woman who have dated like 6-7 guys and already 28, 29, right? So you keep dating these rich guys, but why you not marrying them? Because the guy like, hey, I already had fun with you, I'm going to the next woman, right? So a woman's life starts at 18. A man's life starts at 30. Women are born with value. Men must create their value. So as the older the woman gets, her price or her value decreases because of fertility reasons. I can't have kids and whatsoever, right? I'm talking about a non-feminist point of view, like a traditional woman, right? Men increase value because as he goes up the echelon, he's 35, 40. A 40-year-old man can attract a young woman, right? But it won't be the same for the otherwise. So that's why they always want younger, tighter body and all this kind of stuff. Because at the end of the day, Andrew Tate say, if you date a woman in their 20s, a lesser body count, it's true. There's a lot of statistics to prove that. And I would say, a guy might date you, but if he doesn't want to bring you to show you to his mother, then there are certain signs whether he wants you or not, right? If I like a girl, which I did last time, but no more already, because I'm like, I just feel that she had daddy issues lah, right? Very simple. So I would say that if a guy wants to marry a girl, right, he has certain condition in his mind. Can I bring this woman to my mother? Can I show her Instagram posts to my mother? If I'm going to bring a girlfriend and she's always on bikini pose, shaking her ass, my mother would be like, hey, I raised you so well. Why are you marrying this harlot? Harlot is a term for, I think, promiscuous woman or a woman who's not of godliness lah. So I'm thinking from a religious point of view, right? So girls must understand one thing, right? What you do on Instagram, it's a digital post, right? So at the end of the day, right, even for work whatsoever, now in US, they say in work podcast, right, if I want to get a job, right, for a woman, for example, in the US, right, when they do they must take a question whether she was the OnlyFans creator or not. If she was, her child getting a job will be affected, and it's true. Right, whatever you do in the past does affect, right? As much as we can say that, Jesus wiped out our sins, yeah, you can, but there's also a born again virgin. That's a bit, that's very interesting concept, but you cannot be a born again virgin, right? I know women who are not a virgin, but they're very nice guy. It's just that one guy that's supposed to work out didn't work out. Okay, one or two, okay lah. 3 or more, I think a bit tough, but okay, my friend Pira was telling me, hey Macha, can give discount or? I say discount, don't like that lah, be nice to girls lah. I say okay. They say, so like 1 or 2 girls body count. I say okay lah, 1 or 2 I think still acceptable lah, right? More than that I don't think can. Say, oh yes, we achieved something. We achieved Macha's price.
Okay, so for this topic about body count, I feel like it doesn't change the value of a girl, right? Whether it's at that point they, for whatever reason they did lah, the past is the past lah, right? So like how you said lah, when you were baptized, you were clear of your sins. Your past was already cleared.
Yeah.
Right? The same thing for women. Right? Let's say it was a promiscuous woman and then they went for baptism.
Correct. But you must understand that for women it's an emotional thing, right? So like if I really have tried the best sex guy, for example, right, and then my current husband cannot please me, that's when she will have insecurity issues. My current boyfriend, husband doesn't please me like that old man. Should I go back to him? That's why cheating happens. And Andrew Tate also said this, right? Certain girls, right, they crave drama. I was talking to you about my group chat and all this kind of thing, right? They do say they love what I say, because it's very different from most guys. You need to stand out. So if I'm Gabriel, I cannot do TikTok because too kind and very, very religious views, then people watch. But when I see this kind of thing, suddenly 100 over viewers, like hitting 2,000, 3,000 per day, I think it's not easy, right? So I would say that to each his own. Yes, you can say that woman's past doesn't matter, but statistics wise, he has shown that it's created divorce cases whatsoever, right? I do apologize to the woman out here that if I really hurt you whatsoever, but I am telling you how men think, right? Men will do sweet talk. Men will say, oh, you know what, if we love each other, right, we must have sex. This type of man you should run away from, because if a man loves you, he should commit to you to marriage. And I personally, as a moral compass, I will not have sex with a virgin girl. Why? Because that's between she and her husband. I think if a man takes away a girl's virginity, he should marry her he should marry her eventually, because that's something sacred. Yeah, that's why I feel lah. You know, that's some girls will say, wow, you can cook a yeah, I have. If I have a virgin girl, I will have to marry her eventually, right? Maybe non-virgin is a bit different lah. You know, I do not know. For me, dating I said on certain live stream. I think dating definitely affects the mental health, because there are so many factors. There are so many ways to cheat. I think there are many guys who have caught their girls on Bumble or Tinder and that kind of thing. They're always looking for the next guy who gives them drama or for the best thing. There are very few women who are content with just whatever it is. My mom married my father. It was only 1 to 1.5k a month, starting out many years back in 1990. I think they got married 1981, right? So they bought a house, HDB, and they're both happy. My mother working in Singtel, my father working in Nestle. They're very happy. Now this woman's, I want a man to earn 100k a year. I say, Suda lah, you got so much of emotional baggage. One thing, you didn't contribute to him. You yourself not earning that kind of money. You expect high value men. And the thing is, they want to date, they're not marry. No, date because why? He will buy her handbag, all that. I always tell guys, the only time you spend on a woman is when she's your fiancée or wife, not a girlfriend. Because once you break up with her, the money you spend in 1 year, 2, 3k, 4k, you never get back. I think that's why there is this guy, I forgot. He acts as he's very popular on Fast and Furious. The guy with the bow tie here, I forgot his name.
Vin Diesel.
No, black. He's African American. Tyrese Gibson. He signed a prenuptial with his wife, right? Where basically this is mine, and then eventually after divorce, she's suing him for 20K a month child alimony. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. She wanted child alimony when she signed a prenup.
Okay, so about this thing about high value individual. So for your term of a high value woman would be a virgin, right?
Definitely, that's what Kevin Samuel said lah.
Okay, so if that high value woman brings virginity to the table, what can you bring to the table for her?
Damn.
Now that knowing that you are not a virgin, knowing that you're not a high flyer yet and all that stuff, so you're out there seeking for a virgin, which is a high value. I mean, in this society,
I want to say okay. I want to repeat that. Okay, it's one of the criteria lah, right? But I would say high value in terms of like having traditional values, right? Because there is this case study where women who are very career minded, that means I want to be a boss queen and whatsoever, they tend not to get married. And because most men cannot tolerate such women, because they will never submit, or they will always try to compete the man. Oh, my husband make 50K, I must make 100K, I must be better than him. So that is the dominant thing. I'm not a high value man, right? I'm just a simple guy. I just want to be like my father, because I realize a lot of men who are high value earning 100K 200K a year, they cannot settle down. Right? Not being rude, no offense to Mr. EJ Philip. I will just talk about EJ Philip here.
Damn.
Okay, I think EJ Philip is a very interesting guy. Knowing him, I think he went through a series of relationships and whatsoever, and I love him so much, man. He's like an elder brother to me, right? A guy like him is not married. Imagine a guy like me. He has 2 gyms, man. He's Mr. Universe Singapore, right?
The world Singapore.
Yeah, and he cannot get married. Imagine me, eh?
Yeah, so it goes back to the part of what do you bring to the table, especially when you're finding for someone of a certain value. So now that you have criteria for women, right? What do you bring to it? You're the exact opposite, ma. You already,
Sure.
You have a pass.
Okay, Ken. I think one thing I would say, maybe I not bring monetary value, but I think in terms of personality, I think I'm a very kind guy. I am very loving, religious. I love children. Right, I'm still figuring out ways. I'm still battling, mental health issues. Everybody have their own issues. So I will say I love children. Probably going to start back my robotics school very soon in August. So I still think that I still can change my life for the good. If I do find a virgin girl and she tell, hey, Matcha Spice, maybe I want you to stop. I want to marry you in the future and I want you to stop TikTok. I will do it. For one girl, for that one girl who say, Macha, I want to live off social media, right? Which many girls told me, Macha, I want to get your TikTok. I say, no, I won't do it for you, I'll do it for myself. If I find such a girl, definitely I'll do it, right? Yeah, but for me, I would say that I will make sure that if she doesn't want me to drink alcohol, don't go clubbing, don't go pool party, I will do it. That's what I will do. And I'll make sure that I will also side my mother, and more importantly, I will try not to hurt her. I don't expect my wife to cook and clean, so that's very different from most guys. Like Sneeko say, oh, my wife might cook and clean. I say a bit extreme because I feel that we all are both working individuals. It's very hard to support one man's income, right? So both working individuals, and I would say when she comes back from work, when I get a job, when I'm a high value man, when she come back from work, probably give her a massage. Maybe go over learn cooking. My mom's a good cook, can learn cooking, and we'll take turns, right? I think a lot of families, they use the helper to raise their children. There's going to create a lot of problems in the future because the child will be bonded to the helper rather than the parents. So I make sure that every Friday night is going to be date night. And this is why romance is being killed in Singapore society, because married couples are not having date nights. I asked my married friends, I say, some of them marry. I know of a guy and a girl, let's call them Vim and Val, dated 7 years, got married. The girl never go and talk to Vim's, Valerie girl didn't talk to Vim's mother during the dating phase. So when they got married, started talking, 1 year divorce. 7 years, brother. Okay, 7 years is a long time, bro. 7 years of dating, got married, divorced within half a year or 8 months. It doesn't hurt the guy, no. A guy can just go find another woman, no. But in our Indian culture, a divorced woman is seen as like a bad woman. Like, I don't know whether Zachary can agree, but I would say in my Indian culture, a divorced woman is seen as a black woman, like a bad woman, or she is seen as the untouchable.
Huh.
Yeah, so yeah, but I don't think that's right, lah. Right? At the end of the day, you don't know what she has went through, lah. Yeah.
Right.
So another Bible verse, quick one. Okay. Leviticus 21:13, and he shall take a wife in her virginity, a widow or divorced woman, or profane, or in harlot. And a widow or divorced woman or profane or harlot, this he shall not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife. So it's even written in the Bible, a promiscuous woman. There are many cases of how a woman is destroyed. I mean, I think Delilah and Samson, the strong man, some of the guys use Delilah to go and distract. What's the secret of my strength? My hair. She told the guys and then cut his hair, and then when the hair grew back, he fought again. So there are many cases where a woman has created a demise of a man. So the woman has two types of woman: one who build a man, one who destroys a man. Right. So like Cristiano Ronaldo's ex didn't really help Cristiano, but his current wife, I think they haven't married, current girlfriend or fiance is building him up. So it depends on different parts of thing. So at the end of the day, I think men and women are using social media to do dating and comparing their lives to Instagram stories, and there is statistics to prove that Instagram stories are not real. And not only that, it creates a lot of mental health issues. So learning how to be content. What does it Matthew 16, if I'm not wrong, right? What does it profit a man to gain a whole world, lose his soul? So if you're always constantly chasing the next high, the next million, 100,000 whatsoever, right? You become a 1 million. He has so much hate, 100 million. He still killed himself in his house, in a small corner, right? Because happiness doesn't come from sorry. Happiness doesn't come from having so much of wealth. What you need to do is having a loving family and being able to relate to them and being able to be thankful for every blessing God gave you.
That's true.
So do you have any effective strategies to help promote a healthier and more respectful views on the red pill shenanigans?
Like, certain points can be made, but then I think the way they are made should be done better.
Yeah, I don't think Myron should be chasing girls out of the studio. That's very extreme. That's someone's daughter. Right. Need to be a bit more tactful. I also need to learn how to be tactful. That's why I might be going for maybe counseling or therapy to unwind a bit, because when you're being programmed, then you need to unprogram yourself.
Maybe certain points should be put across in a better way. Then maybe people will listen.
I think today I was not very offensive, whatever. Yeah, I think you need to learn how to become. Myron is a very emotional guy. So when you're very emotional, this is what happens.
Right.
So I just take water, sip, think about it. Okay, how if someone insult my sister? How if someone insult my daughter like that? How would I feel? Open your eyes and then speak. That's why I think it's very important to, as a Muslim, he's a Muslim, you should think about from his Islamic views.
Okay, speaking of siblings, let's so let's put you in a situation here. Okay, what if, example, your sister has a body count or has a history.
Wow.
Okay, and because of that, guys don't want to marry her. How are you gonna? Are you gonna defend her or are you gonna defend the guys?
In my case, I think my sister is in the wrong here. So if a guy doesn't want to marry her, she made a mistake. I'm a very fair guy. Whatever standard I hold to a woman, I hold to my sister also. So she made a mistake. So I will be in the guy's support.
But the standard
he shouldn't insult her, but he can choose not to marry her.
Right. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Environment or what? I think the aircon off. That's like coffee.
Or you need to blast on your face. You need the aircon to blast on your face. Okay, so but what if a woman comes up to you and she has no body count no clean, we would say a clean slate
Yeah.
Not that.
2 have already came up to me. No. See, 1 or 2? One have came up to me already. Yes.
And they tell you the reason why they don't want to marry you or date you is because you got body count.
Yeah, happened before. I say sure. If that is what you want, go ahead. Right? If I'm holding myself to a certain standard and you hold a certain standard, sure, go ahead. Right? It's your loss. I was just like, I see the point. My loss? Why? That kind of thing. I have to play with their mind a bit. You need to do real psychology. Huh? Why? Why is it? But then they will keep asking question. See, your loss, I'm much a spice. That's all I want to say. That's all I need to know. Tell you. But to be honest, they reject me. Sure lah. Right? There's always other fishes in the sea. Always remember, don't have a limited mindset. Have abundance mindset.
Abundance mindset.
What if one day you really found the one, and then she says she would be willing to marry you and she's clean and stuff, but knowing that you're clean, right? Will you have the conscience to put on this baggage, like you said, that you've had from your previous relationships onto this girl who has no baggage but only loves you for you? Would it be fair to her or not?
I think a man must go through torture. A man must go through pain. That's how it becomes masculine. But a woman goes through pain, her feminine qualities are lost. That's why Andrew Tate says. So it's a job of men to conquer. I won't say women are meant to conquer, but conquer as in like overcome the odds and whatsoever, right? So a man should go through all that heartbreak whatsoever. That's making him a man, making him more mentally strong. That's why I do boxing, man, right? That's why I do boxing, you're able to overcome the pain, right? But when a woman goes through that kind of same pain, she becomes masculine. Men do not like that because they become very authoritarian. So like that hard to connect. Yeah, I don't want a masculine woman to raise my kids. Especially women, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So a lot of girls, a lot of girls who I empathize on why they go through hookup culture. So why women love toxic men? Let me explain to you. A woman with daddy issues, for example, had been treated so badly by her dad, and when she grows up, she sees this as love. So when a guy treats her like trash, that's love. When a nice guy comes in, she feels that the guy's a devil. Yeah, so that's why I feel that it's important to really understand why women do certain things, and it always stems from childhood.
So bottom line is, it won't be fair to them lah.
It won't be fair to them, but at the end of the day, humans are judgmental, right? In Matthew 7 say don't judge, but we are humans, right? Only God can judge. But at the end of the day, right, we live in a cruel world. We live in a very unfair world. And for a woman to expect us, for men to accept her past, I think is very subjective. But as I said, if a man can accept a woman's past and live with her, sure, go ahead. But because of Redpill, even for me, I'm affected. It takes time to unlearn these kind of things. So Redpill is definitely detrimental to a man, but it also teaches you certain women to stay away from.
Right. Okay, so there's one thing that I believe okay, right from the start the reason why you got popular and you got under the flame for all this is because majority of the men and women don't believe in the things you say.
Yes, because we live in I think as Singapore, as an Asian country, we have definitely veered away from traditional values. There's so many things on Netflix where every movie got one sex scene. So that's been the norm. Go clubbing, having sex in the staircase or in the toilet. This has been a norm. So they've been reprogrammed by Western culture, right? But let me ask you this. How come during our parents' time, people were happily married, people were having good relationships, people were not having high body count? Why? Because they followed a certain traditional values set by Lee Kuan Yew or society. The reason why we are so much in pain and agony in relationship, because we have been programmed by the Westerners. Western society has destroyed the fabric of the nuclear family.
Okay, so that's us in modern society now lah.
Yeah.
So you trying to bring back the traditional way and the traditional
I personally
belief.
feel that in the next 2 years, with help of my Muslim friends and the Christian friends, I would like to eventually next 2-3 years remove hookup culture. eradicate it because it's creating a lot of mental health problems.
But that culture is done by individuals who agree with it.
Not say agree, but I think what happens is there's not enough education on it because people do it. They feel they a lot of men who see porn, they are one wow, this scene with this porn star, she I want to do it with this girl, right? So he will manipulate this girl to hook up with him whatsoever, right? So porn also is going to be it's a big problem. Porn addiction, for example, right? I think maybe as a counselor you might know. So there are case studies where this year I think a lot of porn stars, female porn stars especially, the rise of suicide is increasing. As I said, the soul ties, and they do it as a profession, but it fucks up their brain. If many guys have slept with you, right, or sex with you, for example, it fucks up their brain. Many porn stars have female porn stars, not male, female porn stars have shot themselves, taken drugs. There are certain porn companies make them take drugs so that they can last longer in the sex scene, for example. So that is why porn star's death is a very good example of hooker culture will destroy someone's soul. It will tarnish someone's soul from a religious point of view.
Okay, but that's like people can also argue that that's an individual's preference, ma.
Sure, it can be individual preference, but then don't go social media. The girl will say, where are all the good men? You chose to sleep with all the bad men. Chose to say all toxic guys who make use of you in your 20s, and then 30s you want someone to accept you. I don't think that's fair, lah. Right? Everybody got choices, but the consequences you gotta bear. That was my rap that I did before. Yeah, so the consequences you gotta bear, right? So I just feel that's the moral of the story, right? Guy, girl, we all can live peacefully, but I think it's always been a stigma where promiscuous women are always seen as someone that is not acceptable as a life partner. So yeah, but I wish them all the best. Wish all these guys, whoever dating, whatever, the best. I said my piece. I also not going to talk about it. I think it's getting very boring. I also finding ways to I think clubbing, drinking, and sexual immorality is some ways women cope with heartbreak also. There are cases where a woman has heartbreak and the lady say, hey, he broke your heart, hey, you like this guy, just go sleep with him. There are some girls who are idiots who encourage their friends who just broke up to go and hook up. But that's crazy.
That's the same thing that some guys do also.
True, but as I said, right, when a guy can sleep around, right, and at the end they still find a woman, but when a woman sleep around, when a guy knows about it from his peer group, he's gonna flip out.
Same thing for ladies, I guess.
Yeah, it's the same for ladies also. Because from how we see it, both of us, is equality. So both guys and girls, especially in our generation, we are the same. We have evolved to a time where the traditional values or the traditional beliefs just doesn't apply anymore.
Correct. It's very sad. Yeah.
Which is, I wouldn't take it as sad. I would just take it as it's equal lah. We are just equal lah. Have a body count. That's fine.
No, I mean, there are people like Tete B, it's Tete Baby, right? Who even condemn women for sleeping around. Like, she's a woman condemning other women. There is Pearly Things, Roma Army. These are real women condemning other women for doing that. So then,
I mean, but if you search deep enough, there are also guys who are condemning guys. There are also guys who are condemning women. There are also women condemning guys. There's people condemning everyone.
Yeah. I think at the end we all can peacefully exist lah. But me personally, I will still stick to 10, right? Yes, we shouldn't condemn women because they're God's creation. But as a life partner, I think that you need to be able to look out for the red flags lah. So yeah.
Okay, so do you agree that to a certain point, especially when you're looking for a life partner, you will condemn people who are not in that criteria?
I won't say condemn. I would say to stay away. Like for example, like guy ABC, right? Or you know girl ABC. You know about girl ABC, A pass, B pass, C pass. You know A and B comparing to B and C, A not so bad, right? So A, B, C maybe I'll date, but A is who I really, really want. So it's not condemn. It's my judgment of a life partner. So I don't think it's condemning. It's like saying a guy like nasi lemak, mee pok, and chicken rice. I like chicken rice, but the guy who I like me, the guy who like mee pok or prata, right, condemn me for not liking prata or mee pota. It doesn't make sense. Everybody should have a preference. Yeah. So.
But the way that you put across, like for example in your groups or to the social media in public, it does seem to a certain way that you are condemning them, right? The way, like for example, the one you said you called out the ones who were shaking their butts or whatever, those who were married in bikinis and stuff like that. In a certain way, is viewed as you condemning them for their actions, right?
Okay.
Yeah, couldn't it be done through private message instead of maybe public comment?
Fair enough.
Why couldn't?
But the
that
thing
be
is,
way?
this is the case, right? So personally, girls have tried to bait me. If you go and see Twitter, right, they will talk to me. Hey, macam can talk on the call. They say, whatever we talk, we won't be recorded. Not even 1 hour. Macam you talk about it to this girl, say hi. Oh, it's on Twitter. Huh? You called me to learn about my. To learn about me. When I talk to you, have a conversation, then you screenshot a conversation and put on Twitter. I think that's crazy, bro. Like you can be message. No, I mean, people will say there's some girls who will just message you to bait you, then to see a vulnerability and then upload onto what's it called
Social media.
There are certain girls also on YouTube, right? So example, this girl recorded herself say, hey, I dressed so nice, this guy only bring me to Starbucks for a date. And the guy said, you know what, I'm going to drive you back home. You know what, just get out of the car. You see, these girls who are all pretty, I expect a guy to bring you $100 dinner. No. If a girl really loves you and she's a good girl, there was one girl who said, a walk in the park and drink a smoothie and talk, or even hawker center. What the hell should I take you to a restaurant? You're not my wife or girlfriend. Right? We are just dating, you know. You cannot expect like a bit of roses and chocolate and all that, you know. Yeah. So I just think that it depends on preference, and I think it's a very easy world for women nowadays in terms of. If you're just pretty, you're gonna get a modeling contract. If you're just pretty, you're gonna get sponsorship. But for men, it's not like that. Even when there was a case study when dating show, the most handsome guy even have lesser chances than the ugliest girl in the what's it called, the dating show, or sorry, in terms of messages or whatever. I forgot what's the story about lah, but that is the truth. So at the end of the day, there are hardworking women, but it's always easier to be women in terms of opportunities whatsoever. A guy needs to be high value to be on a yacht in Miami. The girl has to be beautiful and she is invited to the yacht. That's a very big difference.
Do you think that some of your actions or words or the things you portray in social media, right, is driven by anger or hate towards women to a certain extent?
I would say yes. When I see other girls hurting guys, I get angry lah. I get pissed because this guy was so nice to you, and at the end you go and cheat on him with some bum. Of course I get angry, right? And yeah, as I said lah, I still feel that if you are dating a guy, you shouldn't be posting bikini pictures of yourself. I think it's utterly disrespectful lah. The fact that guys can accept that, I also don't understand, because I just don't like my woman being viewed by other men. A bit, I would say insecure. I would say it's respect lah. I don't know if y'all are okay with that. I'm not okay with that lah. Yeah, maybe from a traditional point of view lah. Yeah, I think fathers need to step up in how they raise their daughters. There are many cases where a father is responsible for a girl's purity to marriage in the Christian Bible, in terms of making sure they don't go clubbing, make sure she has a clean past. It's all the father's responsibility compared to a mother. I say about father-daughter relationships. Yeah, so that's something that even Islam also has said. So as I said lah, most girls who I see happily married are the religious ones.
But the traditional mindset that you have, right, is your activities don't show that you are a traditional guy, right? Besides the fact that you go to church, you still go to clubs, you still go for pool parties and stuff.
Yeah, but
like
the thing is, I don't drink, I don't smoke, right? I rarely talk to girls. I talk to more guys. I talk to girls very rare because, as I say, at this stage, I'm in my 30s where I'm looking for a good girl. So I'm not saying they're not good. It's just that I feel that most of these girls are posting thirst traps on social media, and I don't think there's something that would fit into my family line. Yeah. So I don't go to club as in like real club. The pool party, I don't think really, it's just a outdoor event. I don't only go like once in 2 or 3 months. I don't go every week. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
But traditional guys drink and smoke, what?
Huh? You do?
Yeah. I mean, it's even in the Bible where people drink. Even Jesus also drank.
I don't think he drank. I think he multiplied the wine, but I don't know.
No, I think there was a part in the Bible where he drank and he partied. I mean, like,
I don't remember that. I don't think he just partied, but okay.
As in partied, as in like he drank and danced with his.
Yeah, I know. I think it was not until he drunk lah, whatever lah.
So
I don't drink. I don't smoke because I feel that drinking and smoking, and not say smoking, I say drinking definitely affects your mental health. Dr. Amen have a study about that. So yeah, but I would say yes. I am not very happy with certain views of women. I said I definitely apologize for that, but I would say that I'm just looking out for the women out there because I think they're being influenced by people like Megan Thee Stallion or Beyonce, Who Run This World girls, or being all the single ladies, but they all happily married. They're not doing whatever they are preaching. So I just feel I want all the girls out there to find a man to love them for who they are. But if you choose to live a life of clubbing and alcohol and sexual promiscuity, it's up to you. But then you cannot expect a man to just like a clean slate. I say you have a clean slate. I don't think that's possible. Every action have Newton's law. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So if you're doing this, you say yes to this, a guy will say no. But ending for those guys who accept your woman's past, kudos to you, man. Amazing. I think I can't be able to do that lah. Right? I can't be able to do that.
Yeah.
But good on you, man. I mean, it takes a lot of patience lah. So yeah.
But have you ever woken up one day and just actually realized to yourself like, hey, maybe the girl that I'm searching for, or with all these expectations, actually probably doesn't exist anymore in this generation?
For every girl that I know I've talked to, I would say the ratio is 1:10. Every 10 girls I talk to, not think pure, it's very clean. 1:10. I'm talking to a girl. She's about 20, 21, right? So she doesn't club, she don't drink weekends, she don't go out. She just stay at home with her family, go to temple or whatever. Very rare, 1 in 10.
2021, that's like almost 10 years gap.
Yeah, 10 years gap. My mother and father were 8 years gap.
So you are fine with a 10-year gap lah.
So I will probably marry some girl between 20 and 25. Above 25, it's a bit hard lah because fertility reasons. Yeah, but I would say, not say 20, too young lah. I think maybe 24, 25. I don't know, this was some say in the podcast in Fresh and Fit lah. So yeah, I'm very indoctrinated by them, to be honest. It's not easy. Yeah.
So a 20-year-old girl would be someone who was born in 2004.
Yeah. No, I would say marry somewhere, but I would say preferably marry 20 or 25-year-old because she will finish like university lah, and then ready to settle down. So 24, 25 will be somewhere I like. Dating maybe 21, 22, but in terms of marriage 24, 25 lah. Yeah, at the end of the day, she also need to be doing something, I also need to do something. But preferably religious girl. I don't think I can accept a girl who was clubbed before based on personal preferences. Yeah.
So if there's any 20, 24, 25 single, religious,
there might be a potential dating show maybe in August or September.
You're joining
No, I'm the guy.
Oh wow.
And
So
then there will be many women.
single, 24, 25, virgin,
religious, smart, high value.
No lah, not high value. It's just simple. Just be you. Just go to church or temple, whatever religion.
Yeah,
and just be you. I don't need you to be a master or whatever. Just be you, and that's all I ask.
Yeah, just be you and a virgin. If you're
hopefully, Hope I don't offend any of you ladies, okay? Disclaimer, this is my personal preference, don't get angry, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
He likes it.
So even when you're like 40 plus, you still find a girl that is like 24, 25?
No lah, bro, I'm getting married probably 4 years time. I'm 35.
With who?
Yeah, my father got married 35, so I follow the tradition.
Oh.
But you just need to find the girl first lah.
Find a girl first, or probably go through arranged marriage.
Arranged marriage.
Oh.
That means finding someone in India, like the village girl, that kind of thing. Village girls are actually quite educated these days. Yeah.
I think that's doable, man. Okay, we're going to wrap off with one last question for you.
Okay.
Right, so we've been talking about the red pill and women and how it affects. So we gotta end it with a bit more positive note on how can you support women in avoiding this lifestyle?
Wow. How to prevent? Okay.
No, how to support, not prevent.
Yeah.
Support as in what?
Support them in
Avoiding.
Okay.
avoiding or preventing
Very
them
important
going
on
into this lifestyle.
who you follow on social media, because influence is everywhere. Who you follow on social media, follow someone who's religious. For example, Muslim girls who wear the wear the tudung, who talks about Islamic values. Someone who basically who dress modestly, don't be showing bikini whatsoever. That's that girl you do not want to be. Being very close to your father. If you are 20 and 21 ladies, don't enter a club. It will destroy your life eventually. Because I've seen cases where girls have been drugged or spike. Yeah, so
You would know.
hey,
Fuck off.
I've heard, not say seen, I've heard certain cases lah. So I would say if you want to live a life of God and you want to find a good man, stay away from clubs. Most guys may not like a clubbing girl. I mean, it's in a Redpill, so yeah. But those who girls on a club, sure. I've met girls in Fiego night who are clubbers and openly say, "Hey, macam actually I'm a virgin." I'm like, you're so attractive. You really virgin ah? Then I'm like, yeah, I'm virgin.
Then you're thinking of taking it.
No. No.
Gotcha.
No. I didn't. I think I said thank you for being open. I think it takes real courage for a woman to openly tell you that, like in person. Right?
So she just come up to you and say, "Hey, I'm a virgin."
No, she say, why you gonna give woman say I share, and they say, yeah, actually I'm a virgin, but doesn't mean you should condemn her. Like, hold up. Wait a minute, that kind of thing. And then yeah, so she's open lah. Right? One girl, if you're gonna, she's quite pretty, so quite cute. Yeah, so it's quite surprised. I would say 1 in 10 lah. At the end day, I just want to live my life. You know, whatever you want to do, just go ahead. But always remember that I think the Redpill should exist, but it shouldn't go to a point where you kick out a woman out of the podcast, or you make a girl cry, or even maybe kill herself. I mean, there are cases where women have, like, you know, try to destroy themselves because they be very affected with Redpill. At the end, they each to his own. Wish you all the best. To the Muslim greeting, Assalamualaikum, peace to everyone. Peace to everybody here. For these out there, I am sorry if I hurt you. I just want you guys to find a loving and caring man, and I wish you all the best. And let's 24 be the year for you to find the one.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's wrap it up, man.
wrap it up. Matcha Spice. What did the wise man say?
What did he say?
Matcha Spice always bring the heat and give the ladies an unforgettable treat. Thank you.
We out.